How's it going, everyone? So, if you guys are new to the channel, we got my 1998 Subaru Forester that I am currently in the process of putting a 2001 Volkswagen Jetta engine in with a 2004 Audi transmission. In the last one, we got the engine mounted and the transmission mounted permanently, and we got to make some modifications. I bought an extension cord so that I can actually weld aluminum, because the entire shop in here, all the power in the shop, everything in here, all the lights and power and all that stuff you see in here is on one 15 amp breaker. The welder requires a 30 amp breaker by itself. So I got an extension cord to run the welder off the dryer plug from the house. Hopefully that'll work and I'll be able to weld aluminum, because whenever I try to weld any thick amount of aluminum, it blows the breaker almost immediately. It's really frustrating. But anyways, enough with the ramble. So today our goal is going to be get this intake to work something like that. I don't know exactly what angle it needs to be, but I'm thinking in that range, something like that'll work, because what we're going to be putting in, I have this space, and I think it would be cool to have, is we're going to put an air to water in this space here. I found one that will fit in that space perfectly. It is in outlet both on the top, and so we got to convert that to come down over to this, and then that's going to be the fun part. It's hard to see, but the turbo is tiny, and so we're going to go 2.5 inch off the intake, and it should be in this region there somewhere. I don't know exactly. Ordered the intercooler today, and it's not going to be here till next week, I think. But we will get this at least set up kind of sort of in the direction that it needs to go, something like that. And then also I have to cut this part off here, the oil fill, because it hits the hood. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off in that region nice and flat. I have right there some aluminum, and we'll just take this and move it back this way is the plan. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so to get started with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the top of the intake off, this upper piece, because I don't need it. It hits the hood, it's in the way, doesn't look that great, and we'll go from there. And hopefully we'll get this, because this is 2.5 inch, and yeah, we'll put this piece one way or another in here and have it come off to the side. I think I want it something like that. I think where the bend, where it dips down in the bend there, is right at the front of the manifold, so I can deal with just the circular part of the pipe. But if this 90 doesn't work, I have a 45 that will be here tomorrow. And if we get all that done, and we still got time, I got to get the gas pedal mounted on the Subaru clutch pedal assembly. And maybe we'll mess with some hoses. I did a little bit off camera. So for any of you out there that are doing this, I don't know if anyone's as crazy as I am. The factory Volkswagen fuel filter actually fits pretty decently in the Subaru filter housing. I just had to make this piece, which I just used some filler rod. But yeah, this is the factory one. Here, I just made a longer one, and it clamps in there and it fits nice. So we're going to run with it. I was looking, and this heater core line here fits pretty good. And then those two over there don't really work at all, but there's an outlet right there. Okay. And that hose is hooked into the same hose as the heater core line over there, so they are in opposite hoses, right? Because this hose is in the upper radiator hose, and so is that. This pipe here comes out here, runs down to the oil cooler and around the back of the head over to the other one. And then there's also a transmission cooler line. That's what this was a tranny cooler. And that hose fits in there decently. And the other thing I found that looks okay, let me know what you guys think, is this power steering line reservoir. Sits right there pretty nicely, and I could build a bracket off of this bolt here to mount it. And then it's like out of the way. The return is right here. Rack's right down there. I was like, oh, that'll work good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of that. And this upper radiator hose routing. I don't really much care for it, but it does work. But we will deal with the hoses more in depth in another video. Today we want to get this done. So let's get started on that.
Hate it when my doubts and my fears swell up like the ocean. It feels like I could drown in my tears. Everything's overflowing. Scared that I won't get it right.
Alright, so I got that hole cut. It's roughed in. And I got this piece coped to a space that fits. If I can get it to line up. Hold on a second, guys. So yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, see, it fits pretty nice. If I can just hold it in the right spot. Like so. And yeah, I think that'll work. And then I'll weld around the front here and then see what I can do about the back. Tap it down so it fits nicely. And it's got a good angle. It kind of goes up, but I'll take what I can get. So it's hard to tell. It's pretty straight, but it kind of, maybe I got it fixed up. It tips down a smidge, I guess. But yeah, it should be good. We will see. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Grinding, cutting, grinding, marking, grind it, mark it, grind it. You get the gist. But yeah, I'm gonna take some tape, see if I can't tape it on there in a way that it will stay, and then I'll throw it on the engine and take a look at it. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna go in something like that. This will be plugged off, and then the intercooler is gonna be down there. This hose does not fit the way it's supposed to. It's just there. So yeah, that should work quite nicely. All right, got the intake welded on. It's ugly, has some kinks in it, but it's all the way welded on, all the way around. Hopefully it doesn't leak. I gotta weld this hole, but I'm gonna chop that off and see about repositioning it. I wanted, oh, that's a grinder. That's broken. I wanted to move it back here, but I can't because of the baffle. So it's got to go forwards. The baffle can only, of course, can only go in one way. So what I'm going to try is to cut this off. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Cut this off here and try and move it down to where it's just on top of the valve cover. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try and see. All right. So I started welding this up last night, and these holes here are oil being pulled through the valve cover. There's oil in the pores inside the valve cover, and it keeps boiling out, and I'm not exactly sure how to deal with it. So I'm gonna try heating it up and see if I can't get the oil to come out just with the heat, because I didn't heat this up, but the intake I did. And so I'm gonna try that and see. I don't know, because that's not gonna seal, I don't think, and plus it looks like shit. But yeah, so the plan is to get this welded up to where it's flat, and then attempt to curl it over so it follows the contour, and then this part, put it back here somewheres, because this is the baffle for it, and I don't know what I can do to change it. I don't know that there's a lot that I can do. I can probably pop this piece off and trim it down so that the oil can go in better, because obviously the oil goes in there. And the other thing I was thinking is to just put it back in this place and just lose that much height, and if that would be enough. So I might try that. I might get this to fit there and see how it goes. But anyway, we're gonna get started on this.
My nerves are working overtime. Tell myself to calm down and breathe. Step out of the shadows, into the fire. Don't be afraid to.
Okay, so that's where I think I'm gonna put it. Makes sense. I'll get it set to where the oil is facing the front, just because. But it does clear the hood. I won't be able to show you, but I'll try. You won't be able to see because I could barely see. But up in there, yeah, right in there, you can see it doesn't touch the hood. The hood comes down another 1.5 inches, and it fits. So we're good. All right. We'll put it there, outline it, drill the hole, and make it fit. Okay, there's our hole, and we have our clocking mark. So if we just put it just like that, just like that, I might cope this to get it to sit flat. God, I'm really bad at this, guys, sorry. Cope it so that it's curved, so it sits on there good. And then I'm gonna weld it on. And then after it's welded on, I'll take my die grinder and open that hole up so it fits perfectly, rather than open it up and then have gaps to fill. I think that's a good idea. That's what I'm gonna try. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, side quested really hard on this one. Let's see here, come around this way. Got valve cover, ground smooth. Got that plugged. That's all good to go. Got the clutch master cylinder in, and came in and oh, it's dark. It's dark. You can't see it. Got the Volkswagen gas pedal mounted up and the manual pedal assembly. That one wasn't bad. I just welded a piece of steel on there, and it actually fits perfectly. So, yep. All right. I made a big mess. But yeah, that's what we got. Okay, so we got the intake bolted on, just so we can see what it looks like. And then, I guess last night, so I got the gas pedal installed. I showed you that. I don't know how well you can see it, so maybe it'll be better in the daylight. Not really, but the gas pedal is installed. It all fits good. Today I gotta pull the transmission mount back out and weld it all the way up, because I can do that now. Pull the valve cover off and the intake, clean them up really good, get as much metal out of them as I can. I should have the valve cover gasket coming for this today, so we'll get that put on, and then we can bolt the valve cover on, and it'll be done. I don't know if I want to paint it. I probably won't paint it right now, but I'm thinking, need your guys' input here. Valve cover, body color. So I don't know. I'm torn on the color of the car. Obviously, it's gonna stay red for now, but eventually, I will be either repainting it red after I get to enjoy it, or a blue. But the silver's staying, so I like the silver. Let me know what you guys think in the comments on the valve cover and body color. And also engine bay. Black, just flat black, make it easy. Body color, like it is now. Let me know. It'd be awesome. Alright, there's my mount. I just got to weld everything all up. The problem I was having is my welder on 110 wasn't enough. So got that fixed, so hopefully now we can get it all welded up nice, make it look good. That's what we're gonna do.
You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be F-E-A-R-L-E-S-S. Fearless. Once I get in and I put it in drive, ain't no more stopping me, don't even try. Controlling the chaos, controlling the vibe, yeah. Miss all the shots if you don't say. You'll never be heard if you don't say. Just gotta get out your own way. You can't learn to fly on your own if you don't let go. Step out of the shadows, into the fire. Don't be afraid to go out on a wire. Live in the moment, turn it up louder. This is what you're made for. You just gotta be fearless. We're never coming down. Never coming down. No, we're never coming down.
Alrighty, there is that. Valve cover's in. It's not bolted down. I gotta wait for my gasket. It should be here today. But that's it. I think, yeah, I showed you guys that it clears the hood. Intake clears, and a little sneak peek for next video. That's what we're gonna be working on. But I think that's gonna be it for this one. It might be a shorter video. I don't know. I did more than I was thinking I was going to. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult to weld up the valve cover and the intake and make it all work. But if you guys made it this far, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a comment on the color, right? We talked about that, on the color you want to see on the car. And if you're not, get subscribed and tell your friends. I could use all the help I can get. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.